Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Riverbend Springs. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, we have some hail forecasted for today, but I do have some other plans. So yesterday evening I went online and I scoured the internet for a vehicle and I actually found everything I need. So before I do anything else, I will move the Massey-Ferguson with the trailer out of the way. As you can see, we have about half capacity wood in there. Planks are producing, long planks are producing, and wood beams are producing. The playground construction is going according to plan. There's nothing really to do about that, not just yet. But I do want to put this out. And you know what, I'm gonna also connect the front loader arm and take it out of the bay. And you'll soon see what I'm up to. And it involves buying new equipment. That's always good, ain't it? Oh man. Oops, I bumped into the tree. Luckily these trailers are really tough and made for forestry work, so I dare say there's nothing wrong. No damage done. But, yeah. I'm gonna call myself a cab and I'll see you down at the vehicle shop where we're gonna spend a bunch of money. Yeah. So the first thing we are purchasing today is this beautiful John Deere telehandler 3400. And I love them so much because they actually look like the front of the tractor from the back. You know, it's really awesome. It's probably some reused parts from the tractor production, but yeah, this is the first thing we are buying. It's gonna cost me 95,250. Let us fetch it. Then the next thing we need is a tool for it, and it's gonna be the log fork. Let's buy this, and oh, please. And the last thing we want to get today is the log transport, and it's gonna be this one. It is a bit short, I believe, but I think it's gonna do wonders for what I need it to do. Yeah, let me just get a proper license plate and let's buy it. This one is only 3,800. So if we go out, we are now $102,000 lighter. Oh, I forgot one thing. Let us not forget. I need something for the counterweight, and I'm gonna get this John Deere proper weight, 1,800 kilograms or 1.8 tons. And right, I believe we are all set now. Let's get in it. Yeah, look at this. This is not exactly brand new, but it's young enough for the job we needed to do. And I think I'm gonna enjoy it very much. So first things first, let's put everything together, and then I'm gonna go and start loading logs straight up. Okay. Need to reverse there for the rear weight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful when I load this trailer because I really don't wanna... I can't really put logs in the center as they are. The idea is that I can load the whole logs as I transported them to Mr. Walter's yard without cutting them in half. It would probably be safer and better if I would cut them in half, but I think it will make my job a lot easier. And yes, of course, I do have a beacon, so let's turn it on. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, well, let's put this on the road. There's one thing I always want to try when I'm sitting in a vehicle that I haven't driven before, and that's the horn. Okay, this one has a bit of a special horn. It's not like all the others. Great. So yeah, in my regular log trailer I would never be able to put the whole logs in because it's simply too short. But on this one that doesn't have the front protection plate, I can actually put the whole log in. So this is one of the reasons why I got this combination of tools and vehicles and machines. And the other reason is that I don't want to waste time with cutting trees in half and then load them up, and it's just a hassle, you know. And I think this is gonna be a very useful machine. And there's something else. When I cut down that forest on the leased field, and when I when I put all those trees in one place, this telehandler is gonna come in so useful, I believe. And I'll probably get a chipper for the thinner parts, for the tips of the trees, because, you know, I think it's really hard to pick up those branches with a log fork like this, but I can definitely throw them in the chipper. You know, that's just how it is. Right, so after a short trip, let's see how this goes. Mind you, I haven't tested it before, because I just searched up the machines and tools and got them, and now we'll see if I made a mistake or not. But I hope not. Okay, verdict number one, I guess I can easily handle the weight of one tree, so the rear weight might not be all that needed, or needed all that much. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to put it a bit more towards the back. Let me try and re-grab it. Just shuffle a little bit. The overhang is gonna be quite impressive. And I don't think I mean that in a good way. Okay, now I need to have it all the way towards that place, and if let me just see if I can put two logs on. Yeah, easily. I can still push this one a little bit more in. Like this, perfect. Okay, now the next tree that's going in has to be oriented the other way. So if I'm not... yeah, I can see over the over the telehandler arm. But I believe it's gonna have to be... Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, careful, careful. Right. A bit of... how they say, faffing around. Yeah, so the thick part needs to be towards the front now. There's a nice big place here, so I can go around and turn the telehandler quite well. There's a lot more space than in my yard. have to reverse it a bit. Something like this. No, too far. Too far. Let's get her in. Okay, and if I push it down, will it sit? Let's say it does sit quite nicely. Yeah, the overhang is is obnoxious. There's nothing else to say, it's simply obnoxious. Okay. Okay, so I'm picking up logs exactly the opposite way that I want them to. It's fine. So this all means now that if I take 4 logs, it's the same as 1 1/3 of a trailer I would do previously. Plus that I don't need to cut the trees up. I can simply load them up as they are. You know, a proper logging operation here. So let me just set this a bit more straight on the log forks. Nah, it's fine. If I'm not mistaken, I need to turn around, yeah. And again, I am... Oh, yeah. I am playing a bit with luck with this project. I'm doing things like this because this trailer is really not meant to have so much overhang on the rear. Yeah, I'm gonna go and collect my tractor, come down here and haul it up to the sawmill. And you know what, I really hope I'm gonna have enough power in the tractor to actually move the trailer up the hill. Because we mustn't forget where we live. We really mustn't. Okay, and that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna push my luck. I could probably fit a bit more on, but I won't. Let's turn this off. Let me throw some straps over it. I hope this part is not too far to the front, that I'm not gonna be able to haul it. Otherwise I'm simply gonna take the chainsaw out and cut it off. No problem. But it's just something to think about. Really have to have this all nice and secure. Anyway, I'm gonna call myself a cab and I'm gonna see you down here. This is such a fine thing, this ferry system. And it's all financed by the council, which is tremendously nice. Very nice. It's good when the council actually takes care of the people living in the country. Because, you know, there are bridges, and they're not too far away, not spaced too far. So there's no, you know, dire need for a ferry system, but since they have it, and it looks like they had it for years and years, it's quite a welcome thing. Look at that cow resting. Makes me want to jump in there and lay my head on that cow and chew on the grass. Okay, now the moment of truth. If I try to straighten this out, will I hit the tractor or won't I hit the... Oh, that's close. Ooh, that's close. Let me see. You know what? Yeah. I think I actually might go away with it. Oh man, that was close. Well, at least it feels close. It's actually not as close as it feels. Beautiful. I love it when the plan comes to work and falls together and everything is just the way I imagined it. That log is really... I gotta be careful I don't come to an abrupt stop, because then I'm gonna be impaled, I believe. Now, issue number... I forgot to count how many issues I counted today, but is, will the tractor have enough power to come to the top? I'm guessing it will. But if not, I have to get something a bit more powerful. Slowly go. Barge. Engine off, and then we can continue over. Ah, look at this. Yeah. So 5 logs. I could put one more on this side, I suppose. I think it would hold on this side. But I don't want to push my luck, as I said before, so yeah. Alrighty. Now those trees on the forest that I planted, that are gonna be cut in November, I suppose, those are quite a lot thinner than these. They are very tall, but they are very thin. So I'm gonna get a few more logs on the trailer, I suppose. And yeah, so far so good. The lowest speed up this hill was 11 kilometers an hour. And now we'll see for the rest of the climb. So after all, this might even fill the sawmill completely. In that case, I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna load one more load and haul it up, and then just leave it in the sawmill, so next time I can simply unload the wood into the processing part of the sawmill and leave it there. Okay. So in order for me not to smash the gas all the way up, I put on cruise control. That's how lazy I am. Yeah, beautiful. And you can see the smoke coming out of the exhaust is not white anymore. It's a proper diesel smoke. And if you pay attention to the fuel level gauge, I'll also need to refuel sometime soon. Especially if I want to haul everything up. Not today, of course, but sometime. Okay, now to reverse this baby in. Gotta be mindful of the tail swing because of the overhang. Okay, working. I don't know if it's the weight, but it feels like the trailer doesn't want to steer the way I want it to steer. It's fine. Adapt and overcome. I seem to remember that was from a movie, but I can't remember which movie that was from. Adapt and overcome. Or was it that something else? Right. So at the moment we have 23,000 liters in the sawmill. And if I accept these logs, you wanna bet it's gonna be completely full? Well, if you bet it was gonna be completely full, it isn't. So 23 to 41,000, that's 33, it's 10,000 and 18,000. Which means that 5 logs were 18,000 cubic meters. 18 cubic meters, not 18,000 cubic meters. I'm not a tanker ship. That would be awesome. But it ain't. So, yeah. 18 cubic meters of wood on one trailer, which is a very decent amount. Which means that we couldn't even put 3 loads in one day. Even if the sawmill was completely empty. Which is not. Anyway, I'll see you down at Mr. Walters. Right, so now I'm gonna have to be a bit more careful loading the logs up because I'm gonna have the tractor in front. Which will be good because it will give me a certain measurement of how I'm doing. But also it's a danger. If I hit it, I'm gonna have some damage to fix. And if I can avoid that, I really want to avoid that. So, I guess this is gonna be quite okay. Let me put the engine off and the beacon off. Now I remember what this John Deere reminds me of. At least the steering wheel. It reminds me of old bus steering wheels. Or very old trucks. Yeah. Cool. Kind of feels nostalgic. Right. And now I'm making even more overhang. Ah, Bob the Builder. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Right, so the thick part needs to go all the way around. Expecting this one to go a bit more awkwardly on, since it's leaning so hard. I'm guessing that's putting a lot of stress on the log fork. You good? I'm not sure. I want to hit the tractor. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, almost dropped it. Right. Right. Almost pooped my pants. My pantaloons. Never want to do that on live TV, do ya? Okay. Okay, this one is on this side now. Very, very careful. Oh, wait. Okay, it's so hard to see, so let's try back this side. Yeah, perfect. You know what, I'm gonna throw a strap over. It seems like one of the logs is slipping. And I don't want that. So this one I can put over it. On the other side, it's properly positioned. I don't need to go around. But I do need to be careful. First a little bit. It's so difficult to judge, you know. Right. Where are we? We should have 4 logs on in this very second, and we do. So I'm gonna put one more in the middle, and we'll call it a day. It's retracted. I want to have weight as close to the center of gravity as I can. Come on. Hey, ball. Be fine, and it's in. Okay. As I said, I'm not gonna push it. I ain't gonna push my luck. And I'll park this right here on the cover, and you know what? Let me go say hi to Mr. Walter and show what I bought. That's always, this is such a friend thing, you know. When you bring a new piece of kit and everybody is just standing around nodding and approving of what you got. In any case, I'll tag back in a second. That was fun. Yeah, he said he appreciates the machine. He also pointed out the rear hood looks like front end of the tractor. In any case, he said that I can leave it here with the combine harvester, so it's nice and undercover. There should be plenty of space, especially because there is hail forecasted for today. Yeah, I think this is good. I should put it more inwards. Good. Yeah. Okay. Now it is completely safe. Right, so let's throw some straps over this. Let me restrap this one. And we're good to go. Not safe to go, but good to go. And the pile looks quite a lot smaller already, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, tractor on, beacon on, and let's roll ahead. Alrighty then. Let's move up. Again, I'm gonna make use of my cruise control. And the CVT should adjust accordingly so it can pull everything that we put at it. Yeah. You know, it's so good to have enough money that when you have an idea, you can actually see it through. You know, I got an idea that I need another machine for moving logs, and lo and behold, we already have it. Yeah. I'm very happy that I made successful business arrangements for reconstructing the sawmill and now building the playground. Because that's raking so much money in. It's paying handsomely. On the other hand, I could export the materials. That would also be a viable option. But yeah, I'm getting paid a lot of money, and I'm also helping rebuild and build the community. So yeah, it's nice and good at the same time. And I'm happy to say that the tractor didn't struggle up the hill as much as I expected it's going to. So it's all good. Because I really thought that it's gonna have so much trouble pulling the logs up. And I was wrong. And I'm glad I was. Oh. Yeah, you know, this trailer really doesn't want to turn. You have to make special effort to turn it around. Okay. Let's take the straps off. Okay, now this is definitely not getting everything into the sawmill. I'm guessing a few logs are gonna stay on the trailer. And that's right. So 3 logs actually stayed on the trailer. I'm gonna leave the trailer as is, and I'm gonna empty it out the next time. So I can now move this undercover beside it. And I can also reattach this beauty. You know, lifting one of those logs with this tractor, even with the big weight behind, would be very difficult. This tractor really didn't like lifting those logs. They're way too heavy. But the John Deere telehandler 3400 or what's the number handled it exceptionally well with no issues at all. So yeah, I'm happy. It turned out better than expected. Right. It's down. Engine off. Beacons off. This is gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.